Matt, we have been talking this week about how this has been a gift for the Trump campaign. Donald Trump, uncharacteristically quiet for much of the week, which has also been attributed to the professionals he has running his campaign this time around, that he's actually listening to them. But there is also rumbling, and we've heard from our own reporters, and there's some additional reporting out from Axios as well this morning, that there is some concern that if there were a change at the top of the ticket, if Donald Trump were no longer running against Joe Biden, if it was, for example, Kamala Harris, that the vice president could really bring a lot of energy into this race and potentially excite voters. Is she a more formidable threat to Donald Trump?
Well, I think the challenge with the Democratic Party right now is they're stuck between an outcome that they know is going to fail, which is keeping Joe Biden, and an outcome that's likely to fail, which is replacing him with Kamala Harris. And the reason you know that is, take out even polling from this week. If you look at their favorable, unfavorable ratings, Joe Biden, up until this past week, was the second least popular politician in America. The most unpopular was Kamala Harris. Anytime she's been in the limelight, anytime she's actually been under that spotlight, you've seen her unfavorable numbers increase, not to mention the fact that she owns a number of the policy failures of the Biden administration. Whether you're talking about immigration, which she was put in charge of early in the administration and clearly has failed on, and voters are not responding well to the record of the Biden-Harris administration on immigration. Whether you look at the stagflation that we continue to come in, the inflation that we're seeing as a result of these overspending that happened in the first 2 years, she was right there in advance of that as well. Not to mention the fact that she is much easier to draw as a traditional left-wing progressive activist type of president in a way that actually has been very hard to paint Joe Biden as. I mean, you even saw in some comments from Jason Miller today saying that Joe Biden enables the left wing, but Kamala Harris is the left wing. And I think that's the type of argument you'll see play out should she actually replace Joe Biden, which I'll be honest, I'm still skeptical of, because I think there's too many Democratic strategists, not to mention Joe Biden himself, who also know that the moment it's Harris versus Trump, she, one, starts the race down, as we've seen in every poll, and she hasn't really performed all that well every time the lights are on her.